ASI was a importer of computer peripherals and an assembler of desktop computers. Nowadays, ASI is an end-to-end solutions provider from the end user device all the way through to core infrastructure and the cloud.
We started the business from a semi in Clovelly. Over the 2 or 3 years that we were there, we ended up with massive container trucks trundling down a tiny street, and the house, absolutely packed with, computers and components is what we were doing. So it was a very busy, hectic period in our life.
We wanted to become a wholesale distributor, so we looking at people who are computer consultants, and that's what we focused on. Look after people. Customer service was there and made sure that we had the products that they wanted. So we had a full range. We're a one-stop shop. But 87, it was really, this is getting too much, and our accountant said, you can't live like this.
The decision had really came to start employing, and I guess that's really the beginning of a lot of expansion. And it seemed to be every probably 2-4 years we had a decision, do we stay or do we grow? So we went from 2 to 20 to 40 to 80, 120. Finally, we were at 250 staff.
And the commitment of staff, it's been amazing. It's just unbelievable, that commitment and loyalty. 1991 was very significant for us because we committed to being quality assured. At the time, AS 3902. We were the only Australian company to obtain that accreditation.
Once we had achieved that, we were then winning government contracts all over Australia. The huge one particularly was 1995 Department of Education, which was $13 million worth of business. Just amazing.
And since then, we've been on almost every single state government contract across Australia. And we're still on 5 out of 7 state and territory contracts today.
In 1998, outsourcing was introduced by the federal government. So for us to be a player in that, we had to partner with multinational. It has been so important to have extremely good relationship with vendors. Microsoft, for example, have been a very strong supporter.
We suddenly had to really learn how to work with global partners, so strategically a pivotal moment, I think, in our company's growth.
And finally in 2000, it was announced that we were successful in the federal health contract. We held that contract for 15 years. Greg Burr, the ASI manager down there in Canberra, came to me in 2007 and said, I think there's an opportunity to build a data centre down here. We call it Canberra Data Centres. So there was a vision there. There was an opportunity for interactive panels, and Justin was the person who really put all this together. It was significant growth business for us in a very tough financial period.
I started with the organisation as a 3-year-old, unpacking boxes, as you can imagine, not really helpful, but still working.
What Nathan and I are proud of, and I think we're passionate about, is our core values from 35 years ago is still there today. It's something that ourselves and our staff feel very passionate about. In 2015, ASI was contracted by the MCG to deploy and manage their point of sale infrastructure across this world famous stadium down in Melbourne. In 2016, the business started to grow in the commercial space, built around the modern workplace practice. In 2017, ASI took out the ARN ICT Award for mid-market. Extremely proud given the focus we had on this space in the previous year. In 2019, at the ARN ICT Awards, ASI picked up the 2019 award for customer value. In addition to this, Nathan Lowe was also inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside Ken and Marie Lowe, who were inducted in 2007. In 2020, Baker's Delight selected ASI Solutions as their prime provider after 15 years of relationship to deploy their network infrastructure and point of sale equipment across all of Australia and New Zealand sites. In 2020, Monash Health engaged ASI Solutions mid-pandemic to deploy and manage devices through the COVID pandemic. In 2020, ASI was labelled Australia's fastest growing company across Australia.
In 2020, we made the AFR Top 500 Private Companies list with a growth of 73.9%, ticking over just over $150 million.
Over 35 years of business, we wouldn't be where we were today without teamwork of working alongside those vendors and customers.
Being in business over 35 years, having to evolve and go through transformations ourselves, I think it puts us in good stead from an IT perspective to really deliver innovative solutions that are going to bring transformational benefits for our customers.
We've been fortunate is our selection of staff. Staff commitment has really been amazing, and it's so important.